Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change cars again. And do you know what? Fuck it. We'll create a new preset and we'll choose a new car live. Because then you get to see. You get to see some of the other options. So you've got the Back to the Future car. It's sexy as fuck. You've got Breakout, which I don't know if that's going to be like possibly loosely based on Breakout the game, except that was a block smasher and not the racing game I thought it was momentarily. The Backfire is a nice hot rod. You can see I've used the Backfire a few times. I'm assuming, I suppose that's... Jesus, was that film really 2016? I suppose it was, wasn't it? A year or so ago was Justice League, and then that one, Batman vs Superman, was a couple of years. Fucking hell. Sometimes the smallest things suddenly make you go, shit, I'm old. Or at least make you feel a bit more. Dominus! The Dominus Rex. It's quite a sexy little front of that car, isn't it? Gizmo. Moderately ugly. No two ways around that one. Moderately ugly. The Grog. That one's a bit of an oddity. I have used it before, apparently, but it's kind of good looking in that ugly, sort of tanky sort of way. I quite like it. Hotshot. Oh, I mean, if you didn't have the Batman DLC, that could easily sub as a Batmobile, couldn't it? It's that sexy. There's the Ripper we'd already seen. The Paladin. Oh, look at that. It's like a fucking jet fighter. That's a definite contender for what we're going to use next. The Octane that's kind of almost your stereotypical RC car, isn't it? Because if you were unaware, Rocket League, I believe, are supposed to be RC cars. And it's interesting fun fact. It's not guaranteed to be fun. It's not guaranteed to be a fact. But I'm fairly confident the developers of this game originally, first before this one, developed supersonic something battle cars. I swear there was a something else in there. Supersonic something battle cars. And that was a favourite of mine way back when. I think I want to say PlayStation 3. I might be wrong, and it's back on PlayStation 2, but I think it was a downloaded game, so I'm thinking PlayStation 3. Anyway, the Merc, that makes me think A-Team. If I can't actually flip it into black, because you have to stick to your team colours. You'll see that momentarily. But if you flip that into black, you could do a passable A-Team van. That's just quite nice. I mean, I like that sort of half trucky type thing at the best of times, and that's a nice one. A nice chunky, beefy, beast. That'll take out the competition nicely. That's your Scarab we've seen. That's a sexy car. I mean, little bit sort of rounded and squidged at the back. Bit Porsche. Is that the one I'm thinking of? I think I'm thinking Porsche. Bit Porsche. So I like the front, not so keen on the back. The Venom, that's a pretty nice car. It's pretty nice. And then Zippy. Do we have Bungle anywhere nearby? And then finally the X-Devil. Now, I think we said the Paladin was a contender. The Hotshot is definitely a contender as well. I've clearly used the Hotshot. I've possibly not used the Paladin. So I'll tell you what, we're going to use the Paladin. Or let's put it this way. At the very least, I've never won with a Paladin. That's fairly crucial. So we've got Flames. Flames are always a good choice on a car. But we'll have a look at the Lightning. The Skulls. Skulls, again, is always a nice thing to have. Wings. I was hoping I was going to like the wings a bit more than I do. But I don't. I don't like those wings. Tech. High tech. It's a bit meh. Stripes. I mean, it's a simple classic. It's a simple classic that kind of works, but I'm not keen on the way they fit over the cockpity type. It's not really a cockpit, is it? What would it be? I don't know. Cockpit is the best I can. And since I said this looked like a jet fighter, we'll stick with cockpit. But the driver's seat, I suppose. But because it's got the windscreen over the top, entirely enclosed that I was not expecting to like the stars as much as I liked the stars. So it's a tight call between lightning was quite lightning was shit. Flame is a good solid classic, but do you know what? Because it surprised me, I'm going to go with the stars. It surprised me that I liked it quite so much. So as the blue team, you can go between a colour of green all the way to purple. Now I can't deny it, I often stick to a nice deep purple for the old blue side. I must admit, for the Rick and Morty special, I did deliberately go for a much brighter colour than I would usually go for. But I think on this case, dark blue's not bad. Just a slight blue into the purple as well. So I'm going to go with the purple, but what I'm going to do is explore some more of these paint options because that I like. That I like. That's going to take some beating. Metallic pearl. I mean, that's got all the benefits of metallicism with the added benefit of pearlescent paint, I think. So there's the pearlescent. There's semi-gloss, sun-damaged, toon glossy, toon matte, toon wood. Wood in general. But no, I think we're going metallic pearl. But what we might do is just check out some other options. Because I'm wondering if I drop that towards slightly bluer, the pearlescent might go a little more blue. It's not really. Alright, we'll stick with what we've got. What do I want my stars to be? The stars, you can choose any colour you fancy. And I must admit, let's put the stars in. Let's grab the stars as the same metallic pearl style. And that should... that's a bit of an eye melt, but I can't 100% say I don't like it. It may be melting my eyeballs. There you go. If we dull it down to an... I could very much live with that. That as a colour scheme, I can get behind. I'm happy with that. Now, good lord, that's a horrible orange. Just going to stick with the metallic pearl because I fucking love the metallic pearl. Now, so this one usually we've got yellow through to pink as the orange, what's considered the orange team. So, do you know what? I'm slightly tempted. Would I be a horrible human being? I'll tell you what, we'll take the edge off, but I am going to go full hot pink style. Now let's see. That's actually an interesting combo. The darker it gets, the worse it gets, I think. Oh, that was... I must admit, that was a slightly unexpected one. That's a little bit grisly and reminds me of... It did remind me of like a fruit salad, I think it is. The little chewy sweet. But then suddenly, a fucking image just popped into my brain. And it's an image you'd never really want to pop into your brain. Which was fucking Mr. Blobby. That's kind of Mr. Blobby. No, I think the yellow I've got is slightly golder. Probably mostly because of the pearlescent paint. But taking it down to that sort of shade. That goes too dark. But that I can live with. I think we can live with. Okay, onto the wheels. So, we've got our basic bog stand wheels. I'm sorely tempted to go Mothership, but the fact that they are bright green against that pink... I mean, against the blue and the red, not so bad, but against... Oh, I can equip them... Oh! I didn't know that! That's got to be new from one of the old... From back when... That broke me. But equipping to each individual vehicle, I feel like might be relatively new, because I do not remember that. So what we might do then is equip... although even against that purple, the green is just a little too bright, isn't it, really? We'll have the red rat rods... I'm a sucker for a white wall tyre. I think the red goes nicely, and as I say, I'm a sucker for a red white wall tyre. Yeah. Anyway, equipped to blue. Yes. And now we switch back to the orange vehicle, and we can choose an entirely new set. The spinners, I mean, that's pretty blinging, isn't it? And you can't deny that goes. I will show you some other options, just to, game. That entire row there. Gold spinners, well, technically, I suppose, silver spinners with the gold hubs. They're sexy. And then they, little bit towards copper. More, I like the gold more than the coppery. But I do like them actually. I do like them. I do like it. Those, meh. What are those? The Mountaineer. Oh, I suppose because they've got the snow chains. I mean, that is. I suppose again, if you remember, these are remote controlled cars. It makes a degree of sense that they've not put actual chains on them. They've just put a sort of print of chains. There's Hot Wheels 50th anniversary wheels as well. I can't deny they don't look terrible, but they're another one that might not rotate, and I quite like the idea of having rotating wheels this time. The Cristiano, I suppose, is football based, isn't it? They're quite nice, but I think I'd slightly made a decision the moment I spotted them, and it's got to be the Tunica. So if we equip those to the orange, we've now got the separate wheels on each side. That's pretty fucking radical, especially because with these things, I can choose a different colour for the orange and the blue. So we've got snowflakes, sparkles, sacred, and you might be able to hear the different noises. Rainbow. Rainbow might go moderately well with the whole pink and yellow horrible machine. Portal goo as well, which is kind of fun. Portal conversion, repulsion, and propulsion gel. Propulsion gel makes a degree of sense since you want to go fast. Nuts and bolts we saw earlier from that fella. Then bling bling, money money, money money. Sort of an ion trowel. I suppose that's almost possibly going to border on. Yeah, especially that I didn't realise. It's difficult to say. It's obviously got some width and some height to it, but it feels quite sort of Tron-esque, doesn't it, really? You've got all the different ions. Hydro, so essentially farting water. Flowers, flamethrower yellow, all the different colours of flamethrower. Confetti! Data stream's quite a nice one. I must admit, I've used that quite a lot, you can see. Bubbles! It's my Bubble Beam! It's my Pokemon car! I should be with a Pokemon themed car. The Accelerator! That's one of my favourites because of the music, extra music. The Burnout's quite an interesting one. Just get sort of sparks. And I must admit, with the jet power, or with the jet fighter look, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to go with the Burnout. For both sides, I think. Yeah, I think both sides will happily have the Burnout.